Matthew 11:27 through 30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. This is Jesus speaking. And no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son chooses to reveal. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. Jesus Christ is much more powerful than Satan. There is no comparison. There is no comparison. God hasn't stopped this program for me permanently, but I'm here to tell you, there's been times where they're hitting me during my sleep and I wake up and they're hitting me with stuff I don't even know how to describe. And I have said, Father, deliver me from evil. I was barely awake and didn't really even know what to say. And God shut all of it off. And I'm talking their engines, vehicles, everything. God shut it off. They made a couple of big noises because they had a fit, because God was taking authority over the demonic aspects of this. And then they shut down a couple seconds later. Jesus is more powerful than Satan. Continuing. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And he's done that for me, you guys. When I got into public housing, I spent right around 3 months on the street. I spent 5 weeks in a homeless shelter, and the targeting was off the chain. I was so tired. The first year, by the way, there was, I don't know how many months, from 3 or 4 months in LA where society was beginning to unravel and I was trying to put a stop to it. That was overwhelming as well. Fighting with gang members, cussing out drug dealers, not refusing to allow people who were paid to do certain intimate things to go on in public or in the alley. I was overwhelmed, but God gave me rest. The first year here, I mean, there was days I would sleep 20 hours. I was just needed rest, and he gave it to me. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. This is Jesus speaking. And you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I believe the yoke is what the oxen is attached to the oxen, so he can carry the, I guess it's called a plow, through the ground. He's saying that we all have to have a yoke, but he's saying that his is easy. So if you're not experiencing that, you're not experiencing the Lord. Beautiful born again TIs. If you are dependent on other TIs and you have to be in constant contact with them, you may be using them to some extent as a replacement for God. I used to do that, and now I rarely talk to any other TIs. That's because the Lord got me not only to give sacrificially, generously and sacrificially to the poor through tithes and offerings, but he made me start fasting and praying and reading his word, singing praise to him. And then I didn't need other TIs. So get to know him. Like, subscribe, share, comment, any combination thereof. God bless.